really I want to look at the future performance and the future potential, because the goal that I was going to talk about before I got sidetracked was last time I spoke here when Bitcoin had crashed all the way down to 19, I said it was a good time to buy. And you would have made almost 300% if you listened to me then. The question that most of you have now is it too late? So let's talk about that real quick. Is it too late? So there's three ways that I like to look at the performance, or I should say the future valuation of Bitcoin, that I think are helpful. None of these are right. These are all lies because they're about the future. But they're ways that we would value them from a venture capital investor like I am. This is how venture capital looks at it. We're going to look at it from a couple different dynamics as well. And certainly past performance is no guarantee of future performance, but as somebody who allocates money to startups and new technologies and has done very well in that for the last 2 decades, this is the way we look at it. So let's look at it in 3 ways. Number 1, Jurian Timmer, he works for Fidelity. Anyone ever heard of Fidelity? Second largest asset manager, I believe, one of the top asset managers. He is the head of global macro at Fidelity. The head of global macro, he's been there for 27 years. Do you think he knows a couple things? The head of global macro at Fidelity for 27 years. He likes to price Bitcoin, is driven by the size and growth of its network, so the network effects, which Jeff's main argument about it is that it's too slow. I think the adoption's fast. And that's just a disagreement. And who's right? I don't know. But Jurian Timmer says that we can look at its price driven by the size of its network, which in turn is driven by its scarcity feature. So Bitcoin is a scarce asset. So scarce assets outperform other assets. And so we can look at it that way, their scarcity feature, and he charts it out. Fidelity does amazing research on Bitcoin and crypto assets, by the way. And at the end, I'll show you to get my book and calculator. I'm also going to link to Fidelity's research because it's way better than anything I can produce, and you should certainly read it, and you'll get that for free as well. But he likes to look at it in a couple of ways, and so this is a chart by Fidelity right here. And they're using these power laws as power regression, and he uses fractals from 2011, 2017, and 2021. And to see like if it moves like 11 or 17 or 21, the last couple bull markets, here's where it would be. And they're basically projecting Bitcoin will be at $1 million by the year 2030. That ain't me. That's Fidelity. That's the head of global macro saying that. $1 million by 2030. Is he right? I don't know.